gonna head out here somewhere. This is littered with the islands. If you're down this low, it's hard to tell what direction you should be going in. Right, getting somewhere now. Still pretty shallow. Odd random rock just waiting to trip you up and spit you out. But I think this loch at most is about 30 foot deep. And on average it's about 10 foot, but most of what I've seen has been about 2 foot or less. But getting out into a good bit now. The place is absolutely littered with the islands, outcrops, rocks, a lot, so what a place. Oh, big stone. The water's nice and clear, so you can see the stones if you're not coming across them too fast, but by then it's usually too late. This has opened up quite a bit now. I think what we'll do is we'll find somewhere to pitch, get the tent up, and I might go another wee paddle as well. But now we're out that initial bit, so flat cam. Just took a wee detour, check out these wee beaches, nice and sandy. Run a bit of a gradient right enough, but I'll kick the sand about, level out if needs be. Oh, warm enough. Warm enough when you're paddling anyway. I think it was at 14 degrees when I left the car, but how good does that look over there? Definitely a potential site. A couple more beaches over there. Hopefully the camera will make them out. One right in front of us now. I'll just come into view there. Got your burl about. On this island. Oh. A cracking wee sandy bit over here. Take it that's an island. Looks absolutely stunning in there. Another great spot in there. Could be the only one. Or the one, should I say. No bad. You can actually see 3 or 4 kayaks just out to the left there. A wee bit in the distance, so maybe they're coming camping as well. Maybe they're looking for a wee spot, but I'm going to head round the other tip of this island. I'm sure this is the one where I've seen somebody camped here before with their kayak, so I'll have a wee look anyway. I can actually smell a fire. Maybe there's somebody here. Definitely smell something. Well, somebody in that bit. No bother pointing around, so I might go back to that original bit. Well, I've just circumnavigated that island. I don't know if the people at the far end are staying or not, but I think I'll go back to that wee sandy bit I've seen in about the trees there. Check it out again. Oh. Alright guys, welcome to the channel, welcome back. If you've been here before, well and truly landed here. This is going to be the spot tonight. Oh, roasted just to the side of the camera there's a wee bit I can get the tent pitched. Nice sandy here. The water's just over behind the camera as well because I'm in this wee peninsula bit of the island. I can also walk down that way as well, so I can move about with the sun. But cracking gig again. We'll see how it goes. But I'm just going to get everything unloaded, start getting set up, and I might go for a paddle later on. We'll see what happens, but we'll get all this stuff out in no particular order, and then we'll make ourselves at home. I've done it again. Forgot about the footprint. Do I need it? Probably. A few twigs about. Oh well, let's do it properly. I wouldn't have bothered, but there is quite a few wee jaggies sticking about, so just ignore that first part. Right, try again. Here's the tent. Right guys, when you're setting up a tent like this, you've got a footprint. Put the footprint down first. A wee spring clean. A couple of down feathers here from that OEX bag. Right. I actually found this in my garage the other day, forgot I had this. There's a wee pillow in there, wee X bed. Don't know what it is. UL medium. This matches my other mat that I've got. I've not got my fluffy pillow tonight. Well guys, you know how it goes. You're not officially set up, you crack open the first beer. All done. Oh, bliss. We'll take a walk about once I've had this beer. Other beers down there in the loch chilling. 2 Starro Pramin. And then I think it's Peroni I'm on. I've got 4 of them down there. I've got 3 bottles of Jura. I'll show you them in a minute. But no, tent's all set up. I'll give you a wee tour of the tent as well once I've had this beer, so I'll get my priorities right. Oh. It's definitely good to be back out. I wasn't out last week, I was away to Spain with the family, spend some family time, which was great. It was nice and warm, plenty of food, plenty of drink. Pretty much same as tonight's going to go, apart from the family. I'm just going to give them a wee phone now that I'm set up. Isn't it? It's a cracking place. I don't know if I said it already, but I went to Loch Ba, which is just, you drive through it basically. Come up the 82 heading up to Glencoe through, I guess this is Rannoch Moor, isn't it? So, but absolutely stunning place. The footage I get in here, as you'll have seen, I get stuck. I launched at the side of the 82. I'd seen somebody do that in a previous video, but obviously the water must have been a lot higher at that point, so I managed to get under the bridge, thought it was doing well, but after that it was just rock after rock, and it was only 8 inches deep in bits, so I sprackled my way through that. I spent more time getting through the first 100 metres than I did getting to this pitch, but there's definitely other people up there. Whether camping or not, I don't know. Where there's chairs and that set up and a wee fire going, and the kayaks are way beyond me, so I came back to this place just to bags it in case there's anybody else about, so it'll be interesting to know how they got here. Well, I didn't see any other cars parked down where I was. Anyway, it's an absolutely stunning spot. I've got you pointing the wrong way, you should actually be pointing out that way. There's actually guys coming down off of one of the hills in paragliders. What the hell you call them, those wee parachute things when they jump off the cliff. Aye. What a place. Well, there's been a disaster in camp. Stuck the drone up, I was doing well. I stuck it into one of those point of interest thing or quick shots, whatever it was, to let it do its own thing. And it banjoed one of the birch trees. So it took about half an hour to find it. And it turned out it was stuck at the top of the tree. So I had to shake the tree to get everything down. So it came down and it's got a broken shoulder. So I don't know what that's going to cost. I did take out insurance for the drone, so whether I can get it under insurance or whether it's an easy fix like this if it's intact. I just dislocated its shoulder there, but it's probably worse than that. But anyway, I got the drone back. That's the best thing I can say about that. Disaster. Rest in peace, little drone. Rest in peace. Cheers. Right, we tour a camp. There's a living room I've upgraded now. I've got a table as well. Sleeping quarters. I'm still using a winter mat. My X-Bed winter number. Rab, whatever it is, quantum sleeping bag, an old one. And there's my wee X-Bed pillow. It matches my other mat. And there's a good feature of this tent. You can open that. It's still got a bug mesh on it. You can open that as well and store stuff outside. I brought some clothing with me. I've got trousers. I've got spare boots out there, but I managed to keep my feet dry and God knows what else in there. Other luxuries. Tonight I brought with me 2 fire logs so there's no sparking. I've got 1 Tiger stove there, first aid kit, windshield for cooking, but I think we'll be alright tonight. Over here's the kitchen, frying pan, there's the 3 bottles of Dura. Cooking utensils, gas, food in there, and broken drone. So there we go. What a place though. I'm just trying to ignore the fact I've wrecked my drone. Better off flying it myself and doing any of those fancy moves, but not to worry. And then there's the fridge. Not even much movement on that main road. It's just gone 4 o'clock. Just gone up to 4 o'clock actually. So I might go out for a wee paddle. We'll see what happens. And then we can get dinner on. Right, I'll just go for a wee walk. The GoPro's dead, so I'm trying to charge it at the same time, stuck onto this thing. But we'll leave the camp behind. I guess that's kind of looking north through this woodland here. We'll have a wee look over in the south. I've explored that bit over there because that's where the drone was hanging up in the tallest trees. Couldn't believe it. I managed to use the controller to track my way back to the drone, but it was absolute torture. Oh, here come some people in some pack rafts by the looks of things. I'm hitting that shallow bit in a minute. They should be alright. But, what a place. Stunning views everywhere. But we'll just take a wee walk down to the end of the peninsula. How you doing? Not bad. Is that the shallow bit you're at? I came out on the island earlier on, but it was terrible, so I can catch you out. He's camping, aye? Aye, good. Aye. Aye, good. Oh well, I'm here for the night anyway, so that's me. Aye, the car's out. The card was hanging out at the time I got it out of the tree. Anyway, not to worry. Enjoy. You can see anything behind us, but you can see the cars just now and again heading down that 82. In the shallows, look. That's what I was doing, backwards and forwards, shimmying all over the place. Well, since the drone's gone, we're right off. I'll just come out a wee paddle, see what's happening. Yeah. It's a stunning night. Some cracking beaches away in the distance. It's 4:45 just now, so I'm going to spend an hour out here, I think. This is actually the first time I've paddled this boat and it's not been overloaded with camping gear. There's kind of two islands in front of me, a big one and a little one. I think the boys with the pack rafts are at the little one. That's me just round the back of the second island, which I think will be the second biggest as well. There's a third island just over there, probably third biggest. And that's where the boys are with the pack rafts, so if you can make them out or not. It doesn't look too shabby at all. Get in there. Plenty of birch trees to catch your drone as well. Bonus. Oh man, never going to live it down. I had to phone the wife and let her know I wrecked the drone, but I think I've still got 3 months left of the insurance that I took out when I bought it, so we'll see how that works, if at all. Right, I'll leave these guys alone. I'm just going to head over to one of these wee beaches over the back. They look quite good in the good old Google Maps. So from here, I can head to my right and then take a left. Takes you into another wee section of this loch, and then there's a river that connects you to Loch Leyden that takes you to pretty near Rannoch station, but I think the bit in between is pretty harum scarum. I think you're just dragging the boat, or if it is in full flow, it's a class 2, whatever that is. But I would imagine there's a lot of dragging and wading through the pools and stuff to get anywhere on that river. But plenty to explore. Let's go have a wee look over here. This is just the second bit of Loch Ba. Just lots of nothing. And stones and water. Oh. Well, as the saying goes, if you crash your drone, drink. Cheers. Just gives you a wee burrow round before the sun comes back out. And it's blinding us on the way back to camp. The boys are over there with the pack rafts. That's the other island there. On the way down there, there's a point, and then Treasure Island, where I'm staying tonight, is just beyond that. But what a landscape. Sun's still hiding behind that cloud, but I should be back out soon. Still high enough in the sky anyway. Always have hope. Just need to navigate these rocks on the approach to the shore. And I'll lift the skeg as well. I normally forget to do it. I'll just tank it in. We'll just land in the beaches. Well, the feet get wet in that one. And the landing back there, so I do have dry socks, trousers, boots a lot, so might as well use them if I brought them, eh? Oh. But no, there's a cracking wee paddle up the loch. Good to see some of it. I might do some more in the morning, but that bit over the side's shallow as. Right, if that sun's coming back or not, so stick my wee jacket on and out. We'll have a wee look, see See what's for din-dins. Oh, state my sannies, I'll need to change them. Bogged down with sand now. It's sand. Right, we have got some rolls, Dunnock's tea cakes. We have got, oh, venison burgers. Class. Some haggis. And some grated mature cheddar. I've had this before in my other camps and that was good. So I'm going to finish that beer, phone the family again, see what's happening at home, and then get dinner on 5:30. So still get what, 3 hours of kind of daylight. Makes a change. What a difference those clocks going forward, eh? So anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. Well, there you have it. Venison, haggis, mature cheddar. Oh. Roasting. I think overdone the cheese a wee bit this time, but still immense. Just gonna get the wee stove set up. There we go. Just like that. Dinner's done. Since I was surrounded with birch. It's kind of golden birch more than the silver. And strip this bark off. You'll see that and hope it comes off. Just basically peels off. Ideal for starting fires. Here's the hole. Some finer stuff and some big stuff as well that you can peel again. So it's enough to get the fire going. I've actually got the fire steel I think with me as well, so I'll give that a try later on. Well, I'm over here. This last corner of sunlight I think we'll see. The clouds have kind of dispersed and the sun's just going to dip below the mountains of Glencoe there. So I didn't think I'd have the sun that far round tonight, but it's been alright. A wee bit of breeze on this side, nothing over the other side, but the sun isn't over there, so I think this is the lesser of two evils. There's the neighbours leaving. I'm not moving camp now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Well guys, and the time it's taken me to get changed, get the trousers on, dry socks, my boots on, the wind's dropped, well pretty much dropped. So hopefully this sets the theme for tonight, a nice calm night, means I can get the wee fire going without too much hassles. But nah, stunning area, absolutely man. Good pitch, bit of a hassle getting here, bit of hassle with the drone, that's been doing my boxing all night. But I managed to find out my policy thing I took out, the DJI Care thing when I bought the drone, so I've still got 3 months on it, so I just need to get that claimed. A beer in my hand, beer in the fridge. Still got a venison burger to go. Should I choose to devour it, which pretty much I'm going to do it at some point. Relax. Meant to be up here de-stressing, but between the drone and stuff at home and phone calls. But that's life, isn't it? That's life. Anyway, going to relax for half an hour or so, and I'll catch you in a wee bit. Cheers. Right, this is my selection of birch bark. It's blown about the beach since the first thing we got off there. I'm not going to try and break it up too much. I'll just try and see if the original strippings, that is just like paper, tissue paper. Of course the wind's got up as well now. Keep some of these bigger bits to throw on. But we'll have a wee shot at this, see if it works or not. There we go. Finally. Got our burger on. Sounds apart. Right guys, it's now, we're done till check. 12 minutes to 9. Had the second burger, still got this beer, still got one over there, but I think I'll just chuck it. In fact, I'll go and get the beer while I'm talking to you. But no, I think we'll chuck it that tonight, guys, with regards to filming. I've still got a fire log and a half to burn, which I might do, but the wind hasn't stopped on this side. So I'm just as well in my tent, to be honest, and that doesn't make good footage. Well, I don't know if any of this stuff makes good footage, to be honest, but anyway, I'm going to retire to the tent for the time being. If the wind drops down, I might come back out, but just like to thank you very much for watching as per usual. Still gutted about the drone, but it is what it is. And I might set up the wee GoPro tonight for the night lapse. It's almost a full moon up behind the tent, so I might get something tonight. Still a wee bit of colour in the sky as well, so maybe I've given up too early. Anyway, I'll either catch you in an hour's time, 2 hours time, or I'll catch you in the morning. Cheers guys. So guys, I came over to the campsite. What a difference. The sun's gone now. Shouldn't make much difference. So I've just fired on half a fire log on the wee fire. I used a firelight as well this time. I didn't bother with the birch bark. It was just too much of a pain in the arse. Anyway, I'm not going to my tent yet, so I'm going to enjoy this for what it is. It's not bedtime yet. Right. I just came over to camp to pick up the last beer, and things have calmed down, so I've dragged everything back over from the other side so I can enjoy these views. And there is, we can call it daylight, twilight, if you want to call it, but the stars are kind of starting to pop. So once I've done this beer, I will be setting up the GoPro to do a night lapse, and hopefully we'll get a result. Right guys, just after 10 o'clock, so we'll chuck it at that. The fire's just about done, just going to let that burn out. I've still got a fire log left, but I'm not going to bother with it. But what I will do is set up the GoPro for the night lapse. It's clouded in a wee bit, but hopefully it will change in the wee small hours. A couple of hours time it might clear up again. That's a forecast anyway. So as I said earlier on, thanks very much for watching if you made it this far, and I shall catch you in the morning. Cheers guys. Morning guys, just after 6 o'clock. I had the GoPro out last night and got some night lapse. I'm just going to stick it out and do another wee time lapse, I think. See, we've got a sunrise which will be over on the right hand side there, but reasonably calm in the morning. Don't get the best of sleep, to be honest. The geese, what a noise they make. Anyway, let's get this GoPro out, do a wee time lapse, and I'll catch you in a bit. Alright guys, still pretty chilly. The sun's up, took a time. There's a bit of cloud to burn off as well, but we're getting there. So I've packed all the stuff from inside the tent, loaded up the kayak. So last thing to do is take this thing down. It already dried out, everything's covered in condensation. So I'll just be stuffing it in its bag. As long as it fits in the hatch of the kayak, I'm not too bothered. But no, it's a cracking night. Despite the drone damage, I think what happened to the drone, it's just playing my mind alright. I couldn't sleep that well, but it is what it is. I'll look into it when I get down the road. Just one of these things, I guess. But no, I'll just get this done. I'll catch up with you before I leave. I was going to have a coffee here, but I'm going to do a wee paddle round the loch. Slightly down that far side, if there's a wee beach. I'll stop down there for a wee coffee. And that'll be my last logging in and saying goodbye, I think. But still want to see some of the loch. I've not got that much memory left in the what do you call it? SD card, the camera either. I think I'd left something recording last night, but I can't even find it. And I don't want to start deleting things in case I delete something that's decent, but the chances of having something decent is pretty slim as well. Anyway, as I say, get packed up and get on the water. There we go. Back out in the water. I just want to hit that sunshine. It's been cold sitting in that wee bit this morning, so sunshine's not far away. How's that for a view? What a backdrop. Right, the plan is just to take a straight line through where I'm basically pointing just now, which is actually over towards Loch Moor. I think that takes you to the far end. I'll take a longer route back because the shorter route I took getting here yesterday was just a pain with the shallow water, so I'll give it a try, have a wee look at the map once I'm closer to that side and see what the best plan of attack is. Look about, right in front of us there is the way I came in, but just goes to the top side of this big island. See if I can find any better channels back to the vehicle. This looks interesting. Boulders to the left, boulders to the right. I think there's a wee gap just in front of the boat there. I'll go for that. See where it spews us out. The narrows. Oh, just that rock. Should have spoke too soon. It's a wee skeg I'm worried about. I'll take a wee spin about. The grouse coming in as well, it's all happening up here. That morning. See the cars on the main road now. Getting close to the bridge. I'll just be heading right once I get round this wee peninsula. Heading north. I did see a glimpse of the pickup roof somewhere, but I can't see it now. Away ahead of me is more rocks. I can see that, the boathouse that I passed as well, so almost there. We've got a bit of foot of water to play with. I've already been hung up in 2 rocks already there. Didn't record that, it's just embarrassing. I was grounded, spinning round in circles. Almost there. Just thread myself through here. Hope there's no more rocks. There we go, there's the bridge. Oh, rock. I'm not going to go for under the bridge, I don't think, if I can get as close to the car as possible without major upset. I'll just carry the stuff across the moorland there back to the road. You're like a pinball bouncing off everything. Oh man, this might be it here. That else just get in and get my feet wet and drag the boat through. Get my old trainers back on, so. Grounded for the 5th time. I had to get out and drag it a wee bit. Oh, I'm bottomed out again. Oh, that'll just stay here. Right, final stretch. And these rocks are slidey. Right guys, as you can see I'm all packed up. The GoPro chucked it just when I was dragging the boat out the water. So I got everything back to the car, loaded up the boat, and I've just came a mile up the road just to enjoy these open vistas of Loch Ba. I've not got a drone, so I need to drive to an elevation point just to get a good view. But no, it gives you a good overview of the loch and where I was yesterday. There's an island right in the middle, that's where I camped. It's got a load of trees on it. The GoPro might not pick it up just because of the way the sun is. But no, cracking wee night despite wrecking the drone, but I'll get that fixed hopefully. I'll do that over the next couple of weeks, see what's involved. But no, it was just to say thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your trip. It was still good. It was still good. And an area I've never been and I've driven past hundreds of times, so I can check it off the list of things to do with a kayak. But nah, something different. As I say, hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Give us a thumbs up, add a comment, just the usual. Cheers guys.